Hello and welcome back to the What is K-Pop podcast, where in which we talk all things K-pop. I'm just going to quickly pause a second to see if the fans are being picked up. Maybe. It doesn't appear to be picking up on the headphones. Not the headphones, sorry, on the microphones. However, if you can hear the fans, no you can't. It's just that it's 26 degrees outside, and as a result it is kind of warm in here, and for some reason it kind of feels weird, oh, like a weird sort of warm. Like in my head, like obviously I know that we've had like worse heat, but the heat feels bad. Today we are talking about Fearless, not just like the song, like their debut. I mean the whole debut EP. Okay, so ow, I've hurt my shoulder. Might have to actually cut that entire thing out that I was talking about, like my whole running about my life. So if you just want the long and short of it, the short and skinny of it, I've started a I can do it. A hygiene bank in my town, and I phoned two schools. I phoned my old school that I used to go to, and the girls' school, like the all girls' school that's also in my town. And I ended up embarrassing myself a little bit, but it's okay because I would like to think that people are awkward on the phone. So, a little bit of background for you. On the 14th of March 2022, Source Music announced that it would be debuting a new girl group in collaboration with Hybe Corporation. So it's not really a collaboration because they're doing like Source Music is a subsidiary of Hybe, but it's neither here nor there. 1 week later, Hybe Corporation announced that the group would be debuting in May, and on the 13th of April, it was announced that the group would release their debut EP Fearless on the 2nd of May. And on the 25th of April, the tracklist was released, with Fearless announced to be the lead single. And then 2 days later, a highlight medley video was released, and music videos were released on the 29th of April and 1st of May. Okay, so Fearless consists of 5 tracks and incorporates various genres of alternate pop, disco funk, and R&B. The opening track, The World Is My Oyster, is characterized by a strong rhythm and a psychedelic mood that is reminiscent of a runway on a fashion show. The lead single, Fearless, is a funk and alternative pop song with lyrics about moving forward without being shaken by the past. The third track, Blue Flame, is a disco punk song with a sophisticated melody and a mysterious atmosphere. The fourth track, The Great Mermaid, was described as a retelling of the Little Mermaid fairy tale from the perspective of the SSERAFIM. And the final track, Sour Grapes, was inspired by Aesop's The Fox and the Grapes fable and features lyrics detailing the psychology of pure curiosity about love and the selfish side of valuing oneself more. Woo. There you go, that's some information. It's from the Wikipedia. So it could be right, could be wrong, I don't care. I shouldn't judge like this, but you know, here we are. So initially I was just gonna rank them from 1 to 10 and then tell you kind of my general thoughts, but then I was like, you know what, I am that bad at remembering. So I wrote them down. Yeah, I just spent however long, 14 minutes listening to the whole EP. I will say, it's quite nice. Obviously, I think that their later work, I do have more that I like from their later work than I do from their debut. I think that's pretty common though. And I know that when they initially debuted, I was kind of skeptical about liking them because of their model be like somewhat being better than everyone else because they're fearless and they're not worrying about what anyone else thinks. Like I was initially quite skeptical about listening to them. However, looking back, I think it was a very good debut. It does what it needs to do, and unfortunately, obviously, it was Garam's first and only release as K-pop. I shouldn't laugh. Oh my god, this poor girl. She literally was an idol for like 2 weeks before being put on hiatus and then had to leave the group. 2 months later. It's a bit rough, but here we are. Also, I listened to them out of order, just putting on some lip balm while I. So first off, we have The Great Mermaid. I liked the length. It was 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Inspired by The Little Mermaid, like I said. And it actually reminded me of Barbie and the Three Musketeers, you know, that children's film. For some reason, it just gave me those vibes. I like the la la la's or the na na na's or whatever it was that they were speaking. It sort of. I get the imagery of La 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 by Stray Kids actually, and Descendants, that film franchise, which I thought was not too shabby chic. There was quite a few writers on this, like Score, Megatone, Hitman Bang Shi-hyuk. If you don't know, he's the CEO of, well, the owner person of Hybe. Sunshine, who is Kazuya Opia and Ellen Berg. Some people from Design Music, Dunkei Tiko, Kaina Nico, Paulina Pao Corella, Lee Hyun Sok, and Jung Jin Woo. We don't know the production who produced it, but yeah, it was nice. I liked it. Sour grapes. I did like it. The Seraphim has this particular genre of B-sides that, like, to be fair, like Blue Flame and The Great Mermaid and Sour Grapes kind of are sort of the pioneers for it. It sounds very fancy. A motif from The Fox and the Grapes. Let's have a little look at The Fox and the Grapes, actually. So it is. Okay, so it's about a fox that tries to eat grapes from a vine but cannot reach them. Rather than admitting defeat, he states that they're undesirable. And okay, oh right, yeah. So it's like, because I can't have them, they must be horrible. Yeah. So there's some Greek versions as well as the one in Latin. So, quote, driven by hunger, a fox tried to eat some grapes hanging high on a vine, but was unable to, although he leaped with all his strength. As he went away, the fox remarked, "Oh, you aren't even ripe yet. I don't need any sour grapes." People who speak disparagingly of things that they cannot attain would do well to apply this story to themselves. End quote. Yeah, that's. Yeah. And concise translations. Quatrain from Afra Ben appearing in Francis Barlow's illustrated version of the fables reads as, quote, "The fox who longed for grapes beholds them with pain. The tempting clusters were too high to gain. Grieved in his heart he forced a careless smile and cried, 'They're sharp and hardly worth my while.'" Fair enough. So it's about love and selfishly loving yourself more. And I said I liked it from how calm it was. Okay, moving on. The World is My Oyster. So, The World is My Oyster is a spoken word. I'll be honest, I don't love spoken word stuff. I don't like spoken word poetry. I don't like that. It irritates me in a particular way. Gives major fashion show vibes, which the whole album kind of does in some essences. And they want to show that they are strong and fearless. I am so sorry. I am ridiculous anyway. So then we go on to Fearless. Woo. So I don't love the MV, the music video. I think it's mainly Kazuha's part in front of the storefront that I don't love. I also don't love when I don't like Chaewon's outfit when they're dancing in the practice room. Yeah, there is some bits that I like, but overall I don't desire to watch the music video. So that is, I mean, that's fair enough. I don't have to watch the music video. I can just listen to the music. So yeah, I wrote, "Don't dwell on the past and move forward without falling," which is what the members wanted to convey with it. It felt kind of like 2018 music for me, for whatever reason. Like, to be fair, I did still listen to it when it came out, but I did kind of agree with the statement of it sounding a little bit too outdated in 2022, and it certainly feels outdated now. But as a debut, I thought it was alright. I love that bit. I like that one. And it generally feels like they're too good to look at me. Like, you know, the bitchy girls the bitchy girls at school that like all of them hated you for some reason. It reminded me of that, and I didn't love that aspect of it. Like, I know that, like, obviously they don't know who I am, but I felt like as though I was being judged. So yeah, yeah. I loved the gotcha payback, that bit. I think Kazuha sings it. For some reason, all I can imagine whenever I hear that is my non doing it when she was on Dream Academy with the rest of the girls at Katsai and other things, whatever they're doing now. So yeah, all I can hear is that now. Yeah, I liked it. Next we have Blue Flame. I was gonna give it a rating, but then I couldn't come up with a rating. Blue Flame, the last song to rank today. So it was the theme song for Crimson Hearts. It feels like Brave, the Disney Channel, not the Disney Channel film, just the Disney film, Disney Pixar, I don't know. And references Will o' the Wisp, which is, I'm gonna get it up. Will o' the Wisp. It's a phantom flickering light occasionally seen at night over bogs and marshes. Historically rooted in global folklore, these mysterious lights were believed to be trickster spirits or trap souls deliberately leading wary travellers astray. Scientifically, they are often explained as the natural glow of burning marsh gases like methane. That's cute. Okay. I like their performance of it, and they had quite a bit of English in it. Mainly like Will o' the Wisp on the way or something to that effect. Oh my god. Seraphim, Blue Flame. Get up the lyrics. I really should have done this beforehand. But here we are. I am not organised at all. Yeah, so it was most of the I can't speak. Most of the English lyrics was Will o' the Wisp, babe. Oh, baby, it's Blue Flame. Will o' the Wisp, babe. That is faction. Imagine that sounding better and not in my voice. Yeah. So overall, I'd give the EP 7.5 out of 10. It's not the best the Seraphim album, in my opinion. Obviously, it's the only one when they were 6 members. So I would have liked to have seen more of Garam and her talents, but you know, K-pops. So here we are. But yeah. If you would like to hear about other Les Seraphim albums, I am starting a new little thing. So, you know, I was doing 2 episodes a week. I might go back to 3. And on a Sunday, so every single Sunday, you can listen to some of the little bits of news that have happened throughout the week. And then 2 other days, yeah, maybe Tuesday and Thursday, because today's Thursday, I will give you a ranking, you whatever you want on different albums. So maybe we'll work through Le Seraphim for now. So we have Fearless, Unforgiven, if I can remember the other albums. I am terrible at remembering these things. This is actually a problem. Oh my god. Just gonna get up the list. Do they have a list? Do they surely have a list? Anti-Fragile. Yeah. Unforgiven, Easy Crazy Hot, Spaghetti, and Pure Flow Part 1, as well as some Japanese releases. So it's mainly like singles. So the Fearless, Unforgiven, Crazy, and Different. And then the English stuff with Perfect Night. So we'll work our way through that for a few weeks. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see, please drop them down below. Or don't. I don't mind. I don't get comments. Oh, here's me begging for the comments. Oh god, yeah. No, it would actually be extremely helpful if you could like tell me what you want. Otherwise, I'll just continue to throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. As for my birthday, that is on Wednesday, the 26th of August. And I guess I can do you an episode. I don't know. I will have to think about what I want to do. So my sister will actually be back at home for that. Well, she comes home just before my birthday, but I don't know if I can force her to do an episode with me that early on. Maybe I'll ask my dad to come back. I don't know. But yeah, thank you as always for listening, and I'll talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye.